Hi, I'm Elizabeth Horn, Senior Disability Rights Advocate at the Disability Law Center of Virginia. Today I'm providing an update on Social Security and COVID-19 and what people with disabilities need to know if they are applying for a disability benefit, appealing a denial of benefits, or if they are under a medical review or facing an overpayment of benefits. Here are the topics that I plan to cover: how to contact Social Security at this time, status of Social Security action on applications, appeals, hearings, reviews, and overpayments, and what you should know about deadlines and other Social Security expectations. So starting with contacting Social Security. First, all Social Security offices are closed for face-to-face appointments or meetings until further notice. However, the offices are staffed and they're continuing to conduct business online, by phone, by fax, and by email and mail. To locate your office, you can go to ssa.gov/locator and input your zip code. And there you'll find the phone number to that local office. You'll also discover a host of other things you can do right on that web page. Okay. Now, SSA's website is www.ssa.gov. Their Social Security toll-free number is 1-800-772-1213. Now, you can call that office Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, the number can be used in the following ways. First of all, you can make an appointment in that local office. In fact, you cannot actually call the local office to make an appointment. You are expected to call the toll-free number to do that. You can also use the toll-free number to check on the status of a check. If it's late or it seems to be delayed, you can do that. You can also start a new application, or you can begin the appeal process at that web page. You have to be prepared to wait for an agent on that toll-free number. They're getting more calls, and they do have fewer agents to take the calls. But I have found that if you take their option to leave your name, number, and Social Security number, they're usually very good at getting back to you. Usually it's been about an hour that it's taken. However, at this time, you might expect it to take much longer than that. But at least you don't have to hang on the phone to wait for that agent. Now, we're next going to talk about the status of Social Security action on the applications, on the appeals, and so on. And for that, you need to know that Social Security is continuing to process applications and appeals. To apply for Social Security, specifically SSI, you can schedule a telephone interview appointment with the local office by calling that toll-free number, which again is 800-772-1213. To apply for SSDI, you can go to Social Security's website, and you would specifically go to www.ssa.gov/disability. You can also call their toll-free number, and any of those options will enable you to start an application. Now, keep in mind that Social Security, with respect to these new applications, has prioritized the following claims: conditions that are expected to end in death, veterans with 100% permanent and total disability, the compassionate allowance claims, and any case that is otherwise considered to be dire, such as somebody who is homeless or who is at risk of homelessness. Now, regarding appeals, this is to dispute or appeal a denial of benefits. You should follow the same procedures for when you applied. So if you called the local office, the toll-free number to make an appointment in the local office that will occur by phone, would basically follow the same process. And in this case, they'll send you a special form to complete and submit with a self-addressed stamped envelope. So you won't really need to talk with anybody about that. Okay? Now, as far as appealing an SSDI claim, you would simply go back to the website where you started your application, insert your PIN number, and that'll take you back to your claim and it'll allow you to file the appeal. Okay? Now, regarding hearings, you should know that Social Security is not holding hearings at the present time. They're also not conducting them by video hearing. So actual hearings that would occur in their office are not being conducted, and the video hearings that you would do at a special location on a computer, those are not being held. Now, the letter you received telling you about this gives you the option to conduct the hearing by phone. However, the letter doesn't speak of it as an option. So you have to know that you have a right to decline the phone hearing. You can basically opt out of it, and you would do so by calling the phone number listed on the letter, which is the hearing office number, and explain to them that you would prefer to postpone your hearing. Now, this will delay your hearing, but at least you won't be subject to conducting a very important proceeding over the phone. Okay? Now, regarding continuing disability reviews and the age 18 redetermination, Social Security has announced that these are not a priority for them right now. So they will not start or continue any of these reviews at this time. They're just simply not on their radar. The same is true for overpayments. Social Security will not attempt to collect overpayments at this time. Now, my last topic is what to know about deadlines and other necessary compliance. There's basically 2 points. Social Security plans to be very liberal with people unable to meet deadlines. This is understandable at this time. They've always had in place a rule called the good cause rule, which they can use to grant you extra time. And in this case, they're going to use that rule very liberally. So you can request good cause for late filing of an appeal, or the submission of forms, or that sort of thing. So for example, an appeal is typically due within 60 days. But using the good cause rule during the pandemic, you could reasonably claim that you were unable to get to the Social Security office or to the post office due to the stay-at-home orders. Okay? Now finally, if you have submitted an application or an appeal, and you've been asked to attend a consultative medical examination sponsored by Social Security, you can ask to postpone this until the stay-at-home orders are lifted. Keep in mind that this may delay a decision on your case, but at least they're not going to require that you attend it, and you do want to call, of course, and have it ultimately rescheduled. So I encourage you to check out our webpage on Social Security, which has a lot of information about applying, appealing, how to maintain your benefit once approved, what to do if you're wanting to work while receiving a benefit, and so on. And you'll find that webpage at www.dlcv.org/Social Security. So that's all for now, and I do hope that this has been helpful. Thank you.